tuning into episode 3 of Tiffany Epiphanies. We're gonna be at 100 in no time. You're in for a treat today. If you can't already tell, it's a special occasion. We're going to Cuba. Not gonna do this whole thing with these. But we're going to Cuba, and I cannot wait to tell you all about my trip. If you're wondering why everybody's going to Cuba, it's because we just recently were able to go, and we've already heard that Trump is about to stop it. So if it's somewhere you wanted to go, watch today's episode and then book your trip. I'm gonna say this off top. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know that I had an amazing time in Cuba.
Oh, yes.
But I went with an extremely educated group of young women who did extensive research. Tune into today's show and I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about your trip to Cuba before you take off. If you haven't already, I need you guys to like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Please tell everybody about it. Or you know what? Don't tell anybody. That's the best way to get a secret out. Tell somebody not to tell nobody. Don't tell anybody I have a YouTube channel. Don't tell anybody to watch. Don't tell anybody where to find me. Also, in Thought Topics, you're going to learn how to slay a vacation. You know what? I'm not even going to hold this up. I'm going to send you right over to Thought Topics so that we don't hold you up, so that you are ready for your trip to slay, honey.
Thought Topics.
I'm Tiffany Black and welcome to Thought Topics. And for those of you who have just realized that you are a thought as a result of watching Thought Topics, it's so good to have you here. Summer is among us and there are several ways to unwind. There's a staycation, a vacation, and my personal favorite, a slaycation.
Yes.
And because there's never a reason to not slay, I'm going to focus on a slaycation. We're going to give you tips today to make sure that your vacation slays all over social media this summer. First things first! And this is for those of you who like to travel with large groups, you need to call colors. You may remember a certain hashtag, Moroccan March Madness. A whole group went to Africa and they slayed through and through, honey. And they didn't just call colors for particular days. No. They posed editorial style. Which brings me to my second point, mimic editorial images. Know when you need to look like you're having the time of your life and when everything is particularly for the slay. Number 3 is strictly for the ladies. Get a high-cut swimsuit. I'm talking Baywatch. You don't get any credit for wearing high-waisted bikinis. Everybody knows why you're wearing them. Number 4, take pictures that are easy to edit. If you pose with your arms down, you can't really bring in your waist like you want to. But if you leave a little light room, you can snatch it in as much as you want to. And last but not least, I know you love your camera phone, as do I, but it's time to upgrade to a professional camera. Trust me, you know the difference. Thank you for tuning in to Thought Topics. We'll see you next week. I just love Thought Topics. So first off, I'm going to do a long version of my documentary. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight on our trip before we get into the long version, but that will probably be an episode much later on, probably even really next week, whenever I can get to it, probably next week. But there's 3 things that I think you guys really need to know before you do book your trip and really to help you decide if you even want to go to Cuba. The first point is do your research. This is not a place that you can book a trip based upon the pictures. Anything that you think you need to know or that you need to have on your phone, screenshot it. I heard a lot about people saying that you overpay for things that are old. There's not a whole lot of newer real estate, but that doesn't mean that you can't go and have a good time. When I travel, most of the time it's to experience new cultures. It's not just to go and be cute because the city is colorful. Who does that?
Okay, so we're in the airport at Orlando and we bought a whole bunch of waters. We bought waters because sometimes it might sell you bottled water and it's like 3 taps, we heard. So we're trying to be proactive and not dehydrate. A lot of Cubans actually liked Castro. They didn't see him in the same light as we do. We see him as a dictator. We see him as having suppressed and controlled, and that's not their perspective. We're gonna take you guys on a little ride.
Looks like we're headed to immigration checking. Oh, I'm next. Hi. No.
Our Airbnb hosts were awesome. They didn't have Wi-Fi, but we knew that before we arrived. If you stay at a resort, you'll probably have Wi-Fi. Our host stayed with us, and they were bilingual, which was a huge trade-off. How often do you guys have people in the house?
You are the maximum group we have.
Right.
We are at 7.
Right.
We're gonna be your favorites.
Tiffany, it's video. How are you feeling?
Oh, amazing. Oh, amazing. God is amazing.
Jasmine.
Oh, I'm in love with nature.
Right. Living on the island is proof that we just don't need much to be happy.
We're having an amazing time in Cuba.
We're having a moment. Oh, you guys are so beautiful.
So are you.
The city is so beautiful. Everything is so beautiful.
Life is beautiful.
Life is so beautiful. William. Meet our driver, William. Even though he studied to be an engineer, he works as a taxi driver on the island because he makes more money catering to tourists. That's the truth for a lot of people on the island. Because education is free, there are many doctors and lawyers, but they'd rather sell cigars and souvenirs because it's more lucrative to their families. Beautiful.
Yay.
We celebrated some birthdays on our trip.
Make a wish, Tony.
We took some salsa lessons. Things started off slow. Then they got interesting. Then it got sexy. Then it got crazy. And then it got a little wild.
Hola. Chris.
These churros were literally the best thing we ever tasted, and it was only $1 each. Our Airbnb hosts cooked breakfast for us. They only charge us $5 a meal.
Gracias. Muchas gracias.
I have to get a pedicure as soon as I get there.
Huh?
I have to get a pedicure as soon as
Girl, we gonna need a full body scrub, all right?
Go. There's bread on the back for the horses to eat. Or the people riding the horses like to the grocery store.
Cute, make it cute. Smile, smile.
Tune in next week. I'm going to give you guys a full documentary of my experience in Cuba. So it was a wonderful time to be able to bond, to unplug. I couldn't get to my phone like I wanted to, but it ended up being a very beautiful and refreshing experience. But if you're not on the market for that, then Cuba's not the place for you. If you want somewhere where you can be fully engrossed in somebody else's culture and unplug from Instagram and whatever, everything else, then it's a wonderful experience, and I strongly encourage you to go. So if you're watching this episode and you're like me, you don't have a lot of money to travel, you don't have a lot of time to travel, or you don't have people to travel with because you're afraid to go that far out of the country with people you don't know, I have something else for you. The name of the company is Adventrek, and it's more like a customized travel agent. They will arrange your trip and stress out over the details for you, or they can customize something so that they can create the travel plan that accommodates your lifestyle. You guys know I like to end every episode with an epiphany, and this one comes from the beloved Oprah Winfrey. She says, the more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is to praise and celebrate. And I totally believe that. This is the beginning of a new month. This is the rest of your life, the beginning of the rest of the year, and let's have a good time in June. I don't know when you're going to see this video. You may not be seeing them as I post them, but we're going to have a good rest of 2017, baby. So thank you guys for tuning in to Tiffany Epiphanies. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you guys right back here next week. Thank you.
Give it to the people. Give it to them. Anybody else want a shot? Anybody else want one? Name hustle, baby. You better give it to the people.
I cannot. Egyptian goddess.
Tiffany, last name hustle, baby. Yeah, yeah. Tiffany, her last name hustle, baby. Tiffany.